Hi, it's Martin Sloman from Gold Dust Sales Training. I wanted to share a couple of sales tips with you today. So I used to get really frustrated when I'd get the feedback, yeah, we've decided not to go ahead with you, Martin, because we felt that the other company had a better understanding of our business. That used to do my head in. And I kept hearing it until one day I decided that I needed to actually take responsibility for this, to do something about it. So I reverse engineered the whole thing. I just thought to myself, how can I avoid this from happening, or how can I minimize the amount of activity, effort that I'm going to put into something which ultimately may not go ahead. So what I decided to do was tackle it in the beginning. And so if I was looking to work with a prospect that I potentially wanted to help and they were considering me, if I felt that there was something that was less of a strength for me, I would ask them about it rather than wait until later on and hear the news that they decided not to go home with me. So let's say, for example, if I just picked a sector that I've got less experience in as a sales trainer, telecoms. So let's say, for instance, I was working with a telecoms company, and then I was to say to them, okay, well, thanks a lot for considering using me. Tell me, how important is it that the sales training provider that you work with has a lot of experience within your sector? And if it turns out that that's important to them, then they'll tell me, and we might be able to do something about those concerns. Or it might be that actually we qualify each other out, in which case fine, we can move on to something else. Or they may actually tell you, do you know what, we're actually looking for someone who has less experience within our sector, because our entire sales process and our salespeople is built on the fact that that's the stuff that the approaches that the people who have telecoms experience have created, and we believe we're missing opportunities. So we want someone perhaps who can see things from a different perspective, and who can help us to get more of those opportunities that we're otherwise missing out on. So first thing there is, if you have a concern that perhaps that they might not go ahead with you for XYZ reason, rather than wait until it becomes the bad news you don't want to hear, or that they raise it as an objection, why not ask it as a concern yourself? And I would even phrase it that way as well. I would even say to them, I'm a bit concerned that I don't have so much experience within this, or I'm a bit concerned that our success rate at delivering on this piece is a bit less. These other bits are absolutely great. How important is that to you? They'll tell you, because it may actually be that the thing that you've got in your mind, which is a concern for you, isn't actually a concern for them. So the other piece as well, just to add to this, is to ask questions about the other options they're considering as well. So what I mean by that is, you say to them, okay, thanks a lot for inviting me along, and thanks a lot for answering my questions. Just out of curiosity, I assume that you're looking at some various other options as well, and they will be. You can take that as a given. In which case, you can ask a few questions around that, and just say, just from your perspective, how does my solution look versus perhaps some of the other solutions that you're considering? If you were to look at it on, say, on a scale of 1 to 10, where am I? And you can then use that to gauge how bought into your approach they are. So I'll tell you a bit more about that approach tomorrow, so we'll save that one for tomorrow. But I hope you've enjoyed that in the meantime, and I hope you stay safe and well in this lockdown. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.